Let's talk about Chinese necks. Specifically, replacement necks that are made in factories overseas that you can buy on eBay or AliExpress. For a long time, these necks have had a bad reputation. The quality control was terrible, but things have changed, and I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you two necks. A counterfeit neck, which is basically just a maple neck with a Fender logo on it, and I'm going to show you a roasted maple neck. These are two outstanding quality necks that I bought on eBay for less than $60. So let's take a look at the roasted maple neck first, and then we'll take a look at the counterfeit neck. Let's get started. I buy a lot of Chinese necks on eBay. Take a look at some of my old videos. The Baritone Build, that was a 30-inch scale Chinese neck, bought it on eBay. The Delonge Build, that was also a Chinese neck, bought it on eBay. I buy a lot of Chinese necks, and I buy them because the quality is actually pretty good. It's not what you think, it's actually good. Remember, a CNC machine doesn't care if it's in America or if it's in China. It's going to perform the same operations, no matter where it is. And what we think of as quality is really just the fit and finish. It's the quality control. And I was always impressed, always, but now I'm even more impressed because now you can get roasted maple, baked maple from China. I paid $60 for this neck, $60, and it's roasted maple. Look at the satin nitro on this. It is so smooth. The quality, that fit and finish that we're talking about, there's, not a rough spot on here. The transition is great. The heel is great. The fretboard and the fret job is great. Now, when I say fret job, I mean the fret install is great. This probably has not been leveled or crowned, but that's where we're saving money. We'll do it ourselves. And obviously the truss rod in here is the same truss rod you see in any overseas guitar. This idea, this concept of poor quality coming out of China is old-fashioned. Yes, at some point in time long ago, the quality is terrible. This was $60. So for $60, I get this, in a week and a half, and it's done. I can level it. I can add that quality and that fit and finish by restaining, if necessary, resanding, and doing the fret job. The finish is impeccable. Satin nitro, super smooth. See the back here, looking really good. Transition. Fretboard is pretty immaculate. Side dots are perfectly straight. So all this work, you know what the level of effort is to put side dots in? It's an hour of your life, at least. And what's an hour of your life worth? With a plug there for the truss rod hole. How long would it take you to do that? Is that worth your time? These Chinese necks are really good quality. And of course, we're going to put this on a guitar and we're going to play it. All right, so I have the roasted maple neck installed on my guitar. And what I've done is sand down the stain that was on there. It was kind of an amber orange stain. And I got to the bare wood, which is this chocolate roasted maple, and it looks gorgeous. And so kind of show you some of the front and back. Got this great chocolatey color, and all I did was add a oil and wax finish to this, and so it feels fabulous. I just love the way this looks. I couldn't even imagine what this would cost me in materials such as the neck blank, the fretboard, the truss rod, the nut, plus the time and level of effort. All that combined is a cost that I can't even figure out. And I got this for $60 shipped within a week and a half. So it's really an outstanding bargain and an outstanding value. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second Chinese neck that we have. Let's move on from this neck and take a look at the high gloss neck. Come on. So I already unboxed this and opened it up to take a peek at it. But this is an overseas neck made in China, and you can't really go wrong with these. I bought this on eBay. I paid almost nothing for it. And again, the quality is just impeccable. So let's take a look. And here it is. So this is a high gloss finish, and it's all maple. It has the skunk stripe in the back, which looks like rosewood. And also it's counterfeit. So this does have a Fender logo on the headstock. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it was under $60, which is incredible. An actual Fender replacement neck will cost you over $240. You get a really nice made in the USA warm-off replacement neck or Mighty Mite, you're looking at that range too. Nothing is under $100, nothing. And that's how these Chinese companies are being very competitive by pricing their necks under $100. And the really cool thing about things like eBay, I sourced this on eBay, is that you can make an offer. So if I see a neck for 60, I don't know, $9, I'll offer something lower and try to lowball them as much as possible. And they usually come through and say, yeah, I paid about $60 for this. The gloss finish is highly buffed, so very, very buffed. I will do a fret shop. So that's one of these things about these overseas necks, but it's the same thing with any neck you'd get in the United States. So for example, if you bought a replacement neck from Warmoth, they state on their website that their necks do not come with a fret leveling job. You have to do it. And there's no difference here with overseas necks. Every single overseas neck I've bought, I've had to do a complete level on it. I would do that with any overseas guitar. I would do that with any used guitar I bought. I'm gonna do a fret level no matter what. So really the only thing you need to be concerned with overseas necks is the wood, right? So a lot of the times these pieces of wood they're using, they're not waiting any length of time for that wood to air dry. They're just using it immediately. They're not putting these in kilns. So a lot of times that's the issue with these overseas guitars and overseas necks, is that you get a lot of fret sprout because the wood finally, as it's been assembled and it's been waiting in a box and as it's been shipped and then waiting somewhere to be purchased, you get that little bit of wood shrinkage and you have fret sprout. So already we have these Chinese factories building outstanding necks where the quality is just perfect. And now they're using roasted maple. So that starts to kind of like make you think, what's the point? Like, why do we as guitar builders spend so much time and effort on these necks when we can't compete with necks like this? So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, my necks are different. I use fancy kiln-dried wood. My necks are laminated. I do a lot with my necks that Chinese factories don't. And that's true. That's what sets you apart, but not for long. It used to be all the necks coming out of the Chinese factories are just maple. But now you can get roasted maple. We're talking torrefied maple, baked maple. That's nuts. To try to even get a neck blank of torrefied or roasted maple, the prices are astronomical, right? That's tough already with just a blank piece of wood. But really it comes down to, we have to rethink what we're doing and rethink why we're doing it and try to figure out ways to set us apart. Now, already we're set apart for sure. We don't make simple necks like this, but it's gonna be just a matter of time before we start seeing laminated woods come out of Chinese factories. Before we start seeing really fancy wood coming out of Chinese factories. We're already seeing flaming maple. That's coming out already. And we're gonna see exotic woods that are easier probably to source from these locations overseas than it is for us to source. So Chinese necks, don't be afraid of them. Don't believe all the myths. A lot of those myths are grounded in the past, but in the present, these necks are pretty good quality. Just give it a shot, $60, you can't go wrong. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.